Welcome back to Ask Literature. Today we're diving into a topic that is both essential and often overlooked in our understanding of literature criticism. Literary criticism has played a crucial role in shaping how we interpret and appreciate texts, offering insights that can enhance our reading experience. So what exactly is literary criticism and how has it evolved over the centuries? Let's find out. At its core, literary criticism is the art of analyzing, interpreting, and evaluating literary works. It encompasses a wide range of approaches and methods, reflecting the diverse ways in which we can engage with texts. And from ancient times to the present day, criticism has been a means for readers and scholars to delve deeper into the nuances of literature, exploring themes, styles, and the social context in which works were produced. And the roots of literary criticism can be traced back to ancient Greece. Philosophers like Plato and Aristotle laid the groundwork for literary theory, debating the purpose and value of poetry and drama. Plato famously criticized poetry for its tendency to evoke emotions and distract from rational thought. In contrast, Aristotle offered a more balanced view in his work Poetics, where he outlined the elements of tragedy and argued for the moral and intellectual benefits of literature. His emphasis on catharsis, the purging of emotions through art, continues to resonate in contemporary discussions about the impact of literature on the human experience. As we move through history, we see criticism taking on various forms, especially during the Renaissance. This period marked a renewed interest in classical texts and the emergence of humanism, which emphasized the value of human experience and reason. Critics like Sir Philip Sidney championed the role of poetry as a vehicle for moral education, arguing that literature should inspire virtue and provoke thought. This notion of literature as a moral force laid the groundwork for future critical theories. And the Enlightenment further transformed literary criticism by emphasizing reason, individualism, and empirical observation. Thinkers such as Voltaire and Denis Diderot questioned traditional values and explored the relationship between literature and society. Diderot's encyclopedia was particularly influential as it sought to compile knowledge across various fields, including literature. This era also saw the rise of the review as a genre, with publications devoted to critiquing literature, art, and philosophy. The 19th century brought significant developments in literary criticism, particularly with the emergence of Romanticism. Critics like Samuel Taylor Coleridge and John Keats shifted the focus toward the emotional and imaginative aspects of literature. Coleridge's notion of the suspension of disbelief highlights how readers engage with fiction, allowing them to immerse themselves in imaginative worlds. This period also saw the birth of formalist criticism, which emphasizes the importance of a text structure and style. The Russian formalists, including Viktor Shklovsky and Roman Jakobson, analyzed literary devices and techniques, arguing that the form of a work is integral to its meaning. As we enter the 20th century, literary criticism becomes even more diverse. The rise of new criticism in the 1940s and 1950s emphasizes close reading and the intrinsic qualities of a text, setting aside the author's biography or historical context. Critics like Glenn Brooks and T.S. Eliot advocated for an objective analysis of literary works, focusing on how elements such as imagery, symbolism, and language contribute to a text's overall effect. This approach revolutionized how literature was studied and appreciated, encouraging readers to engage deeply with the text itself. However, literary criticism did not stop evolving. The mid-20th century saw the emergence of various critical theories, including structuralism, poststructuralism, feminist criticism, and Marxist criticism. Structuralism, influenced by linguistics, views literature as a system of science and explores the underlying structures that shape narratives. Poststructuralism challenges the idea of fixed meaning, suggesting that text can be interpreted in multiple ways. Thinkers like Jacques Derrida introduced concepts such as deconstruction, emphasizing the instability of language and meaning. Feminist criticism gained traction in the 1970s, addressing the representation of women in literature and questioning patriarchal norms. Writers like Simone de Beauvoir and Virginia Woolf explored the intersections of gender, identity, and power, advocating for a more inclusive understanding of literature. This critical approach has profoundly influenced how we read texts, encouraging us to consider marginalized voices and perspectives. Marxist criticism, on the other hand, examines the relation between literature and social class, focusing on how economic and political power dynamics shape literary production and reception. Critics like George Lukács and Terry Eagleton analyze how literature reflects, reinforces, or challenges societal structures, prompting readers to consider the ideological implications of what they read. And today, literary criticism continues to flourish, encompassing various methodologies and perspectives. Postcolonial criticism examines the effects of colonialism on literature and culture, exploring themes of identity, power, and resistance in works from formerly colonized nations. Eco-criticism, a relatively new field, investigates the relationship between literature and the environment, urging readers to consider how texts reflect and influence our understanding of nature and ecological issues. And what's fascinating about literary criticism is that it not only enriches our understanding of literature, but also encourages us to think critically about the world around us. It invites us to ask questions about the social, cultural, and historical context that shape the stories we encounter. And by engaging with criticism, we can appreciate literature not just as a form of entertainment, but as a powerful tool for reflection and change. As we wrap up our exploration of literary criticism, it's clear that this field is vital to our understanding of literature. From the philosophical inquiries of ancient Greece to the diverse critical theories of today, criticism invites us to engage deeply with texts and consider their broader implications. It challenges us to think critically about the stories we read and the voices that are represented or underrepresented within them. If you enjoyed this discussion on literary criticism, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all our literary explorations. I'd love to hear your thoughts on your favorite critical approach or theorist in the comments below. Until next time, keep reading and questioning the world through literature.